Hi Army all around the world, thank you for always supporting and loving every step of BTS, especially the Angel of Smiles, Park Jimin. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you won't miss the latest surprising stories about Jimin, the man who never fails to capture hearts wherever he goes. There's something that words can't fully describe every time the name Jimin is mentioned. Maybe it's his gentle smile, his expressive eyes, or the way he greets fans with such sincerity that you can feel it, like a magnet pulling everyone closer. Today, once again, that magic appeared. In a location initially kept secret by his management team, Jimin suddenly showed up. Within minutes, the atmosphere completely changed. People started whispering, cameras turned, and before any official announcement was made, fans were already running toward one direction. All because of one name, Jimin. Was it just coincidence? Or does every step he takes carry its own kind of enchantment? From afar, he looked simple, wearing casual clothes, his hair gently blowing in the wind, and that small, quiet smile that seemed to greet the world without words. But for Army, that alone was enough to make hearts race. How can someone look so peaceful, yet so captivating at the same time? How can every small movement feel like a work of art? Even when he's just walking, eyewitnesses said that the moment Jimin stepped out of the car, the air seemed to change, as if an invisible energy filled the space. He doesn't need to do anything, one fan said. Just standing there is enough to make everyone silent, in awe, and completely mesmerized. But what truly melted Army's hearts was his kindness. Not a single fan felt ignored. He smiled, waved, even bowed politely, as if personally saying thank you for the endless love flowing his way. Isn't this exactly what makes Jimin so special? He's not just an idol. He's someone who understands the bond between artist and fans. He gives more than music and dance. He gives human warmth that feels rare and deeply genuine. Every step he takes becomes an event. Every glance becomes a memory. And every smile becomes a reason for someone to keep going. Can such charm ever be taught? Or was Jimin simply born with a light that no one can dim? It's no surprise that wherever Jimin goes, Seoul, Paris, Tokyo, or even New York, there's always a sea of purple waiting for him. ARMY come from all over the world, carrying different flags and speaking different languages, but sharing one thing in common. They all came because they love Jimin, and amid the cheers, camera flashes, and joyful shouts, Jimin only smiled softly. Nothing exaggerated, nothing forced, just a smile that seemed to say, I see you, I appreciate you. Does Jimin realize that every smile of his heals thousands of tired hearts? Or maybe it's exactly that pure sincerity that makes his charm eternal. That day ended with a sight impossible to forget. The evening sky glowed with a faint purple hue, as if celebrating his presence. Jimin waved goodbye before getting into his car, while fans kept calling his name, unwilling to let him go. And perhaps that's what Jimin truly is, a light that never fades, a charm that never disappears. And just when everyone thought the day was over, something unexpected happened, the kind of small, magical moment that only Jimin could create without even trying. As he walked toward the exit gate, the crowd continued to chant his name in perfect unison. Jimin, 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 their voices trembling with excitement and love. Jimin paused for a brief second. He looked around, his gaze sweeping through the crowd, and then that soft, familiar smile appeared once again. He raised his hand, not just to wave, but as if to touch every heart that had been waiting for him. And that was when the impossible seemed to happen. The crowd suddenly went silent, almost as if the world itself stopped breathing for a moment. The cameras flashed, but the atmosphere was filled not with noise, but with emotion. Jimin whispered something quietly, his lips forming words too soft to catch. But fans later swore they saw him say, I love you. Was it real? Did he truly say that? Or was it just the way he looked at them? Gentle, genuine, filled with affection, that made everyone feel those words deep inside. One fan from Japan, who had flown thousands of miles just to catch a glimpse of him, later posted online, when Jimin looked in my direction, I felt like the entire world disappeared. It wasn't about fame or distance anymore. It was like he saw me. That's the magic of Jimin. Perhaps that's what separates him from others. Jimin doesn't just perform, he connects. He doesn't just smile, he communicates. Every move he makes, every look, every word, carries meaning. Later that evening, photos and videos of the moment flooded social media. Within minutes, Jimin's name was trending worldwide. Fans began sharing clips of his smile, his wave, the warmth in his eyes, each one captioned with messages like he's an angel. Jimin never changes. And how can someone be so kind and real? But beyond the viral posts and hashtags, there was something deeper happening. Many fans admitted that seeing Jimin again reminded them of why they fell in love with BTS in the first place. Not just for their music, but for the humanity behind the fame. Jimin's charm has always gone beyond looks. He's beautiful, yes, everyone knows that, but his real power lies in his aura, that quiet strength, that softness that draws people in, that balance of humility and confidence that's nearly impossible to find. People often describe him as glowing, but it's not just his face that glows, it's his presence. Even when he stands among hundreds of people, he somehow makes you feel like the moment is only between you and him. And maybe that's why fans can't help but follow him wherever he goes. Whether it's a concert, a brand event, or a simple airport appearance, Jimin turns ordinary spaces into memories that fans carry for life. In Los Angeles, Paris, or Seoul, it's always the same story. A crowd gathers, cameras lift, hearts pound, and the world stands still for a boy with a soft smile and a voice that sounds like comfort. But behind that charming smile, one can't help but wonder, does Jimin ever realize how deeply he impacts others? Does he know that countless people find hope just by seeing him happy? That his laughter has saved someone's day more times than he can imagine? Because for ARMY, Jimin is more than just a performer. He's a source of healing, a light that shines through even the darkest days, a reminder that gentleness can be powerful, that kindness can be strength. There's something almost poetic about the way he carries himself. Every gesture, no matter how small, seems to have a rhythm. The same rhythm that lives in his dance. When he waves, it's graceful. When he laughs, it's melodic. When he looks at the crowd, it's as if time slows down just to let people feel that moment a little longer. And that night, as he finally disappeared behind the tinted car window, the crowd still stood there, unmoving. Some fans were crying softly, others smiling, all of them lost in the afterglow of his presence. The air was filled with whispers like, "He's real. He's even more beautiful in person." I don't want this moment to end. Even after the car drove away, no one left. Fans stayed, sharing stories and replaying the videos they had just taken. It wasn't just about seeing Jimin, it was about feeling him. The sincerity in his gestures, the calm in his eyes, the warmth that lingered long after he was gone. How can one person hold such power over hearts? How can someone so famous remain so humble, so kind, so effortlessly radiant? Perhaps that's the mystery that keeps fans following him. Not out of obsession, but admiration. Because in Jimin, they see not only a superstar, but also a reflection of hope, gentleness, and authenticity that feels rare in today's world. And as night settled, fans from around the world kept posting, sharing, and writing letters online addressed to him. Words filled with love and gratitude. "Thank you, Jimin, for being you," one said. "You remind me that kindness still exists." It's true, Jimin's charm never fades. It doesn't rely on fame, or spotlight, or fashion. It lives in the smallest things he does. The way he smiles, the way he listens, the way he treats everyone with respect and warmth. That's why wherever Jimin goes, fans will always follow, not because they have to, but because their hearts simply can't help it. Even hours after Jimin left, the place still felt alive with his presence. Fans lingered, replaying his smile again and again on their phones, as if unwilling to let go. The streetlights shimmered like echoes of his warmth, and someone whispered, "It's like he never really left." That's Jimin, a presence that stays long after he's gone, a heartbeat that continues in every fan who believes in his light, his kindness, and his endless, timeless charm.